In today's MLB recap, the Yankees have some big decisions to make now that Giancarlo Stanton is almost back. Jasson Domínguez, his bat has proven to be pretty dang good, but his defense has been so bad. We have some questions on whether or not he should stay out there or not. On Soto, honestly, he might have had his most embarrassing performance as a big leaguer. It literally looked like he had never faced a tough lefty in his life. Bryce Harper has been CSN 17-year-old Bryce Harper ever since he cut his hair and gave himself a buzz cut, the same haircut that he had back when he was on the cover of ESPN as the chosen one. Adley Rutschman, he's a former first rounder as well. He finally got a hold of a baseball. He had his first home run in over a month. He's been really bad since last year. Maybe this wakes him up. Dustin May and Corbin Burnes, they were trading strikeout after strikeout, shutout inning after shutout inning. And Daulton Varsho, he's already leading the Jays in home runs, even though he didn't even play the first month of the season. So we'll talk about all of that and more in today's MLB recap. We recap every single baseball game every single day. So grow the game of baseball with me. Leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget that recap would be impossible to make without SeatGeek. Be sure to use code Fuzzy to save 20 bucks off all of your tickets. Recap is also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Be sure to download Underdog Fantasy to your phone and make sure you enter in code Fuzzy. Don't forget about that. It's super easy. All you have to do is choose higher or lower on players that you think are going to do well or not. It's literally that simple. Download it today and have some fun. Also, code Fuzzy gets you a lot of free stuff. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Mike Troutless Angels are on the verge of winning 6 in a row. And there was a full-blown home run derby in this one. 7 home runs in a row. The first one went further than any home run from anyone else this year not named Mike Trout. O'Hoppe's 12th home run went 470 feet. Trouty, he went 484 in the first week of the season. Here come the A's. Lawrence Butler, he just reset the game. He whacked a 3-run home run to straightaway center field. Zach Neto's up now, and he's leaving everything as well. He's got 8 home runs and a 145 OPS plus. Logan, with his second of the game. This one only, I put that in air quotes, went 431 feet. Joe, he made it back-to-back home runs. Joe Adell is very much skating on thin ice. He's batting 190 with an embarrassing 73 OPS plus. Nicholas Jeffery Kurtz, I can get away saying his name when I say it like that. He also had 860 feet worth of home runs. He went way out in the 5th, and then again in the 7th. He pimped this one as well. He has 3 home runs his last 2 games. The Halos still took it. They added a few more on non-home runs. Soler had 2 RBI doubles. I think Ward had an RBI single as well. The Halos have won 6 games in a row. They're just 5 games back at first place, while the A's, they've lost 8 games in a row. So the Angels, they out of nowhere have 2 guys on pace for 45-plus home runs. Zach Neto is playing like he's going to win an MVP one day. They have 3 starting pitchers with a 3.5 ERA or better. If they get some bullpen pieces and Mike Trout comes back playing like 90% of prime Mike Trout, can they make a playoff run? Let me know in the comments. We kind of have a similar situation happening with the Blue Jays. Not necessarily a bullpen issue like the Halos, but they're a team who has a lot of firepower, but they're also under 500. They erupted for 14 runs after the 4th inning. Nathan Lucas, he swatted out his 4th home run, a 2-run shot, and after a botched play from Jake Cronenworth, Vladdy made it 4-0. He just kind of flicked his wrist with 2 strikes. Manny, he usually makes this play like the off-balance, across-the-body throw across the diamond, but they gave Springer the RBI infield single. It is now 7-0. Jonathan Clase, he laced a 2-run double. This kid has all the talent in the world. Don't forget that 2 years ago when he was in the minor league system for the Mariners, he had 20 home runs and 79 stolen bases. I want to see him get going. Bo singled in another, and the Jays, they reached double digits in grand fashion. Daulton Varsho launched one past Jackson Merrill for a grand slam. He leads the Jays in home runs. He's only had 15 starts this year. Barger and Clement got it to 14 on the day, but we ain't got time for that because Kevin Gausman, he was prime Gausman. 7 scoreless, 9 strikeouts, no walks. Twice this year, he's allowed 6 and then answered with a 6+ scoreless start. That's now back-to-back games that the Padres have been shut out. The Padres are now on a losing streak of 5 games, and they're 3-7 their last 10. The Padres are not the only team who was soaring on top of the standings for a while and have now lost a lot of games in a row. We're going to skip to the 4th in this Guardians and Twins game because the 39-year-old Carlos Santana, he really got a hold of this one. And look at the reaction from Joe Ryan. He dropped his glove and then gave Carlos a golf clap. He said, okay, GG. Kody Clemens, he grabbed the lead right back. Nolan Jones tried to use the rain as a slip inside. He couldn't quite get there, so it's an RBI triple for Kody. Minnesota ended up with a 5-2 lead after Bader scored a few, and they needed every one of those extra runs of support because Duran, he threw away any chance that Joe Ryan had at a W. Nolan Jones laced it the other way for an RBI single, and Bo Naylor, he peppered one off the wall. 2 scores, so it's 5-5. Cade Smith, he's the real-life Terminator. He's going to for sure send this one to extras, right? right? Well, after hitting Ty France and then giving up a base knock to Jonah Bride, Roger's son did it again. Kody Clemens is the hero again. He walks it off. In 17 games with the Twins, Kody Clemens has 9 extra base hits, 10 RBIs, a 192 OPS plus. It's crazy what a change of scenery can do to a guy. The Minnesota Twins hand Cleveland their 5th straight loss. Game 2 of the doubleheader, this was way easier. Listen, I can be a delusional Guardians fan sometimes, but at least I can be honest. Paddock, he got hosed by the baseball gods and Mother Nature. It was raining really good, and that led to a few walks in the 6th inning. Paddock, he was relieved for Louis Varland, and we just saw another walk. Gabriel Arias, he wins the 8 or 9 pitch at bat. He walks in a run. Nolan Jones, he lifted a sac fly into the rain. It's flat out crazy that they're playing this baseball game right now. Gavin Williams, I guess he just got really lucky with the timing because his 6 innings were a whole lot drier, and he dominated because of it. He had 6 strikeouts, just 2 base hits. He had 1 earned run, so his ERA is finally under 4. The 39-year-old went at it again. Carlos is 2nd of the day. He has 330 career home runs, and he's also 4 doubles away from 400. That's a lot of extra base hits. After a sac fly, J-Ram ripped his 3rd base hit of the game to make it a 4-run lead. He's batting .380 his last 18 games, so the Guardians, they snapped their skid. They're 26-22, which is good for 4th place in the AL Central. So no more making fun of Fuzzy and his Guardians for being in 1st place in a dumpster division. The AL Central is really good this year. I mean, the Tigers have been insane. They just became the first team in baseball to 33 Ws. The Tigers, they went up 1 on a Riley Green sac fly. Torkelson, I guess, thought he was Chandler Simpson or Ellie De La Cruz. He got hosed trying to advance to 2nd base on the sac fly, but at least he made up for it. Torkelson got bailed because Jordan Walker, he's maybe never making this play ever in his life. He got there in time, but he just couldn't get leather on it. Torkelson now has 13 doubles and 39 RBIs, but funny enough, he got thrown out on the bases again after a Dylan Dingler RBI knock. Torkelson wanted to save Dylan in the pickle, but like, he's at 3rd base. He should have let Dylan get tagged out. He was out by a mile. Javi, he blistered another baseball. He's just 2 for his last 22. So I'm just praying that he's not falling back into the Tigers hobby that we saw when he first signed. Either way, the Tigers are 33-17. That's their best 50-game start in 19 years. And then there's the Kansas City Royals. We'll talk about the Yankees and Dodgers games right after this. Do not go anywhere. But yeah, Kansas City is on fire as well. Vinny Pasquantino and Maikel Garcia, they both singled in a run. Vinny is nearing 30 RBIs despite only hitting .220, which is very similar to how he started last year and still ended up with almost 100 RBIs. Maikel Garcia, by the way, still hitting way over 300. Bobby, he grabbed his first of 2 RBIs on a sac fly. They saw Logan Webb as well as anyone today. Matt Chapman saw this baseball pretty well. That's his 9th home run. Bobby, he got back to it. His 2nd RBI is a dunker. He fought off a crazy pitch, and of course, because he's Bobby Witt Jr., he hustles in for 2 bases. Salvador, no way. No. Over the big wall in right center in San Francisco is insane for a righty. That's 276 career home runs, which is the 5th most ever by an AL catcher. Staying with catchers, Patrick Bailey, this is his 1st of the season. He's going to cartwheel. I mean this. He's going to cartwheel into the Hall of Fame if he ever becomes a 100 OPS plus guy because he's only 25 years old and he plays the best defense since Yadier Molina. I'll keep on saying that. Anyway, the Royals ran it up to 8. We're just going to skip to this bomb from Heliot Ramos. The Giants lose, but I do have to talk about Elliott being essentially Barry Bonds the last 2 weeks. He's batting .450 with 4 doubles, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs with a .508 on base his last 14 games. Kansas City, they used 6 pitchers to go 9. They upped their record to 28-23. The Giants, they're held off from 30. They're 29-21. The Dodgers just won their 30th game, so they could be the 2nd in baseball to 31 with a W over Arizona. Corbin Burnes was out of his mind, though. For at least an hour and a half, he even had a lead. Cattell hit one halfway up the bleachers. He has 7 home runs. Remember, he missed nearly a month. Corbin's curveball was basically unhittable. Actually, it was unhittable. Every strikeout he had through 5 scoreless was on that rainbow pitch, but now he's in big time trouble. 2 are on with 1 out in the 6th. That's the first strikeout on the fastball. He doesn't have 99 like he used to, but 95 is still plenty. Teoscar's back. He hasn't really done much since coming back, yes. I am foreshadowing. That's 1 too many curveballs, or it just didn't curve enough. Teo's 10th is a go-ahead 3-run bomb. He's batting over 300, and Tanner Scott, he locked in this one. Tanner now has 10 saves. The Dodgers are 31-19. The Diamondbacks are falling. They're 26-24, which is still decent. But before we move on, I got to show some love to Dustin May. 8 punchies over 6. Just the 1 home run to Cattell, but 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk is really, really impressive. The velocity was up. The sweeper was sweeping. It looked like a he figured it out game. I put that in air quotes. Let's see if he can maintain these mechanics going forward. If you guys have never been jammed in baseball, you won't be able to understand the pain that Jonah Heim was in. So he tossed the ball into center field during warm-ups. He basically motioned to the dugout like, hey, I cannot play right now. Kevin Youkilis one time had his career hampered by a jam shot. I think it broke his hand. So when you get jammed, it sends shockwaves to your hand. It hurts so much. So he actually left with a compressed nerve. Anyway, Volpe, he is flying around for a triple. Sam Haggerty could not read it well off the bat, so that ball gets past him. Volpe, he scores on the DJ ground out. Skipping to the 5th, Burger Bombs are back. He ties it, then makes it a double-double animal style with his second home run. This is in the 7th inning. Sam Haggerty, he pimped one as well. The broadcaster for the Yankees, Michael Kay, he jinxed Ian Hamilton so bad. Literally yesterday, he said that Ian's been the best at limiting slugging. He's now allowed 3 home runs since that point. DeGrom, he's out there fighting. He wants 7. But this is open stance Bellinger, which means prime Bellinger. The hips and the barrel snap through the zone so much better. His stats are insane. 345 batting average with 13 extra base hits, 17 RBIs, and a 425 on base since April 25th, which is basically a month of action. Judge, he's now 3 for 3 in his career versus Lou Jackson. All have been singles, by the way. It's a 3-3 tie. And there it goes! The Martian hit one into orbit for a walk-off home run. He's been elite in the box the last 2 weeks, but the defense is still brutal in left field. He has -5 outs above average. He has a -3 DRS. I only bring that up because now Trent Grisham, he's coming back down to earth. He's not only scuffling in the box, but he also has -1 outs above average and -5 DRS. He's also bottom 45% in speed, so a lot of baseballs have been dropping in center. What do the Yankees do with Jasson Domínguez? Do they put him in center field and move Trent to left field? Also, Stanton, according to Aaron Boone, is in the end game in air quotes, like he's going to be back really soon. What are the Yankees going to be doing with some of the roster decisions? Because Ben Rice, he's been insane. Is he going to be a platoon DH or first baseman? Maybe he's going to be the 3rd option at catcher. I don't know exactly how they're going to make room for all of these guys. Jazz is almost back as well. And again, let me know in the comments, what should the Yankees do with the Martian? Because his defense in left field is awful. Boone says that he should be able to develop as a good left fielder, but center field is his main position. Trent, he's struggling. What do? Also, one more highlight from that game. This was crazy. If there was a world where only Titans were allowed to live, this would be an at-bat on that planet. DeGrom and Judge, they had a 9-pitch at-bat. DeGrom was throwing absolute cheddar, 99, 99. Judge was fighting it off. He was laying off sliders. Judge just missed it. He's smiling at DeGrom because he knows he just missed it. And DeGrom, he breathed a sigh of relief. That was really fun. Bryce Harper had himself a fun night, but we'll get to that after this easy Mets and Sox game. Juan Soto, like I said in the intro, it literally looked like he had never faced a tough lefty in his life. He took 3 strikes without attempting 1 swing, and he did that twice versus Garrett Crochet. Brett Baty, he clutched up with a lefty single. 1 score is easy. What a throw and tag from Cedon and Carlos Narvaez to team up for the out. Remember, I was talking about Soto had 2 embarrassing at-bats. Look at this at-bat. He has yet to swing. He has 2 strikeouts already versus Crochet. Huascar Brazoban, I think I said that right. I mean, this guy's been ridiculous this year. He gets the Mets out of a bases loaded jam. He strikes out Alex Bregman. He had 4 strikeouts in 2 1/3. He has 30 strikeouts in 30 innings. He has a sub-1 ERA, a .9 ERA on the season. Soto, he's down again. His 3rd strikeout in as many at-bats. And I can say with confidence, this was probably the dumbest Soto has felt ever in a big league game. He's even had a 4 strikeout game, but he looked dumb in this one. Garrett, he's out after 85 pitches. He wasn't happy, but Boston, they want to be careful with his arm. Brett, give the kid a 3 RBI day, another lefty base hit. He is fired up as I've ever seen him. Juan Soto, he's up with the bases loaded. He's watching it again. I don't think that it's not leaving. It's a sac fly, but obviously the bases were juiced, so I mean, it's not like he had to hustle out the box. This next one is a big fly. Lindor has 10 home runs because of course he does. He's a perennial all-star. He's going to make the Hall of Fame. That was the Mets' first home run in 6 games. They went easy 5-1 over Boston. Oh, here we go. Trey Turner and Bryce Harper went back-to-back. Trey only has 3 home runs on the season, but he's hitting .310 with 11 stolen bases, and according to outs above average, he has 1 outs above average, which means that the defense is a little bit better, so he's still very, very good even without the crazy pop. Bryce Harper has 8 home runs now. He's been hitting like JUCO Bandit Season, chosen one Bryce Harper this month. He's batting .371 with 15 RBIs, a .431 on base his last 16 games. He's been a maniac since shaving his head. J.T. Realmuto, he had a big game, his biggest in a while. He doubled to the gap to score 2. The relay's late. Nick scored from first base. The other Nick hit a home run. This is Nick Martini, by the way. It bounced off the top of the wall. I had to show that for my Rockies brothers and sisters. But yeah, JT Realmuto, his 3rd base hit gives him 4 RBIs. Oh, actually, I guess it's 3 RBIs because they said Castellanos scored earlier on an error, so it's only a 3 RBI day. But still, 3 hits, 3 RBIs from your catcher is insane, let alone a defensive wizard catcher. The Rockies made it a tiny bit closer with 2 runs in the 9th. They fall to an epic 8-40 record. The Phillies, they've won 6 games in a row. They're tied with the Dodgers for the 2nd best record in baseball. The Phillies are top 5 in offense as a lineup, and they have the most strikeouts as a pitching staff. Imagine if Aaron Nola gets going. They're going to be so good. They're already really good. Baltimore cannot lose this game. It'll be 9 losses in a row if they... Oh, God, Reese. He put his team up a run. He's hitting over 300 on the season with 7 home runs and a 4.02 on base. The Orioles, they answered. Thank God. Cedric, he lofted a sac fly to tie, and Heston, he sliced one to left field. O'Hearn, he got on his horse, and he is safe at home. They finally have a lead going into the 9th inning. The Mountain, Felix Bautista, he's towing the rub. No way. No chance. He just walked 2. There are 2 on, 2 out. We have 2 strikes. Caleb Durbin, the rookie, forces extras. He got one to fall safely. Jackson Holliday, he actually loved the whole thing of going to extras because his hit streak was done. Now he gets another at bat. He has an 8-game hit streak thanks to the extra innings. The Baltimore Orioles are back in front, and oh my, this is the equivalent of the gates of heaven opening for Baltimore fans. Adley Rutschman, a 3-run tater, his first home run in over a month in 25 games. Sir Anthony Dominguez, he ends it with a strikeout to Eric Haas. The losing streak is over. Maybe win streak time? Maybe. Possibly. Number 81 for Isaac Paredes. No, not of the season. All 81 career home runs have been pulled to left field. By the way, he's doing all this damage against his former team, the team that traded him away last year. His old team, they stole both of those runs back and then some. Aranda and Simpson, they tied it with RBI singles. So it's 2-2. Curtis Mead, goodbye baseball, actually just waved. First kind of implosion for the Diesel. Hunter Brown all year. Mead left the yard, and so did the 5-tool star Josh Lowe, or at least he can be a 5-tool star when he's healthy. Don't forget that Josh Lowe had 33 doubles, 20 home runs, 32 stolen bases, and 3 defensive runs back in 2023. Now it's Brandon Lau's turn. This is the most impossible home run I've ever seen. It had an expected batting average of .01. Even Hunter is like, what the frick am I supposed to do with that? Baseball is absolutely flying this ballpark. Even this next home run had an expected batting average of 200. So Mauricio Dubon homers. Isaac had another. He's up to 10 home runs. All 82 have gone to left field for his career. We have a fun ejection. It didn't really make any sense because Yiner, they said he got hit by a pitch maybe. And then Kevin Cash, he's arguing that it hit Yiner, but because he swung, it should be strike 3. He got tossed for nothing. They literally called Yiner Diaz out. So, yeah, Kevin Cash is gone even though he was right. Yandy, he had his manager's back. He goes 435 feet off the batter's eye for a 3-run home run. The Rays have won 2 games in a row. Kyle Tucker joined the Cubs and he said, bring me my money. Kyle Tucker has gone deep in back-to-back games. He has 12 home runs. He has 35 home runs, 25 stolen bases, and a 175 OPS plus his last 128 games. That is insane production. Matt Shaw, he made a crazy pick, but he could not complete the throw across the diamond to save the lead. Connor Norby gets the RBI. Cade Horton, the rookie, he's been highly touted for as long as I can remember. He was nasty in this one. He had back-to-back strikeouts in the 4th. Max Meyer, he was really good as well. PCA, man, that's a tough double play. He then got Bush to tap out, so it's 6 innings, 1 earned run for Max Meyer. Cade Horton, by the way, only allowed 1 as well. This is how Miami lost. Kyle Stowers, the error. Now, Tucker's third base hit did kind of tail away with the spin. The runner was held up, and the only reason why he scores is because of that error. Stowers showed what could have happened if he did field that baseball. Literally a few moments later, he got some redemption. I think that's the fastest outfield assist of anyone, 98.1 miles an hour on a line. Bush was out by 10 feet. Daniel Palencia hit a 1-2-3 9th for his first save of the year. The Cubs, they get their 30th W. Leadoff walks. Kids, remember this. Leadoff walks will always buy you. Always. J-Rod, he just showed that with a 3-run long ball after 2 straight walks from Shane Smith. J-Rod is having such a weird season because he has 1 multi-hit game the last few weeks, so the batting average stinks, but he has 11 RBIs his last 11 games. Tim Elko, man, this ball was destroyed. That's the rookie's 3rd home run. Lenyn Sosa now has 4 home runs. I cannot tell for the life of me if Lenyn Sosa is good or not. Josh Palacios, we got to put the perfect sound on this one. Back-to-back home runs for the White Sox. Palacios has always had awesome exit velocities, and he's finally getting some daily reps, so maybe he breaks out soon. I don't know. Cal, this game is insane. We are tied at 4 on Cal Raleigh's 16th of the season. Chicago, they stole the lead back. Rookie Chase Meidroth drove in the rookie Tim Elko. Meidroth is hitting 301 with a 381 on base because he walks a ton and he never whiffs. He also has 3 outs above average, so don't let that play off his noggin a few weeks ago fool you. He's really good at defense. Leo Rivas singled in the 8th inning, so he's on for the struggling Leote. And yes, I'm doing it again. More foreshadowing. The Mariners are now up. Leote, he wins it. His first as a Mariner, gives Senior Smoke a lead, and of course Andres Munoz nails it down. He has 16 saves, still a 0 ERA. The Mariners are 29-20. The White Sox, they're 15 and 35. So at least they're not as bad as the Rockies. This one's not a game-winning home run, but it is a game-winning RBI single. The former first overall pick, Henry Davis, got the rare start, and he ripped one through the hole. He's batting 191 with a 61 OPS plus for his career, so he's shaping up to be one of the worst first overall picks ever. So any production from him is awesome to see. 2 runs were all that Andrew Heaney and his bullpen needed, but I do want to show some web gems from the Cincinnati outfield. TJ Friedl, he got on his horse. He made a terrific grab at the wall, and then Rhys Hines made 2 web gems. The second one was kind of a little unnecessary. It reminded me of, who's that one? Dude Perfect, like the Dude Perfect try-hard guy. I don't think he needed that grab, but I'll give him the title of web gem. The Pirates added one more, Adam Frazier, that is. No idea why he's still allowed to play baseball and steal money from people, but nice hit, I guess. He had 2 base hits. Dennis Santana, he rewards Heaney for his 5 innings, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, with 2 strikeouts to seal it, his 5th save. The Reds are 25 and 26, so back under 500. Pittsburgh, 17 and 33. We're going to show the web gems in a second, but that's going to do it for all the games. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all of your support on MLB Recap this year. We're closing in on 550,000 subs. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, leave a like if you enjoyed, and stay safe. Enjoy the web gems.
This is caught. Can we hold on? Yes. Goes down, digs that one out, and Fernando gets there to make. That one popped up. Sunshine causing some trouble. Mason going out and makes a terrific. Straightaway center, hits softly. Diving is Meisner. On the ground, Vargas with the stop back to his feet, and he makes the play.